Ah, yes, it's that time of the year again. When the leaves start to change colors, the temperature drops, the day seems a little bit shorter, and when things get a little more spooky. Ah, shit. Okay, I'm just gonna cut right in. This right here was supposed to be a joke. Yeah, I was late, but I didn't think I was gonna be this late. I haven't posted a video since last year, more specifically October 29th. I have been getting fucked over by the long end of the cock. Usually I give myself a week or two before I work on the next video. This is just to prevent burnout. But then finals came up, so that I added another 2 weeks, and I was burnt out from that. And around this time I got a new job, so that's been taking some time away. I recorded my lines, then that went missing, so I had to record them again. But I had to wait after the holidays because I'm trying to keep this YouTube thing a secret. And the good news is, you're finally getting this video 2 months late. And I got laid off, so I'll have more time to work on videos now. End of rant. Enjoy. I'm gonna be real with you, I forgot that Halloween was a thing. And to be honest, I don't even know how I do it, because this isn't the first time. Every year since I stopped participating in Halloween, its existence has just been wiped away from my brain, like with one of those Men in Black pen things. It's not like I don't participate in Halloween activities. This year I watched all the Terrifier movies with a friend, and then proceeded to watch the first 3 Evil Dead movies. For some reason, my brain just doesn't connect the dots. Even if I had forgotten, I'm sure my body did, because I've been fiending to replay Vampire the Masquerade. Or maybe not, because I've been fiending to replay Persona 4 Golden.
You're a master detective. Or a spy. It's not fair, stealing just my heart. If you're going to take part of me, take all of me.
The real horror comes from the fact there hasn't been a remake yet. But because I'm reminded of this holiday, I get reminded of the other holidays coming up. Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, No Nut November. All these serious holidays that I now have a head start on. But the thing is, I don't celebrate any of these. And that's why you're getting this video. But to make up for it, I think you're gonna like this first entry. Now, if you've never watched Terrifier, you're not missing out, to be honest. The movie follows the same format where a maniac killer clown named Art hunts and terrorizes his victims and kills anybody in his path while doing so. With a second movie introducing some storyline about some prophecy about defeating evil, and the third continuing that storyline, but during Christmas. Now, I've always had this mindset where I don't really care if I die, because once I die, that's it, game over. And as Danny DeVito's character on Sunny in Philadelphia once said,
I'm not gonna be buried in a grave. When I'm dead, just throw me in the trash.
Either that, or by the time I'll die, I'll have a big jar of honey ready in my basement that I can just put my body in. The honey will preserve my body, and one day aliens will find it and bring me back to life. Anyways, it's how I die that freaks me out. And with Art the Clown, you cannot expect a peaceful death. Killing just doesn't do it for him. You have to be dying in the most horrific, painful, and grotesque way possible. It's probably the only way he can get it up anymore. There is a scene where he cuts this lady in half, and for no reason, she's butt-ass naked. So he starts from her to her head, all while her best friend watches. Now, I'm gonna be for real for a second. Despite all this, I think I could have taken him, at least in the first movies, because there were several times where the main protagonist had the upper hand. She was hitting successful attacks that she could have used as an opportunity to finish the job, but she never does. This shit had me fuming. Like, realistically, he would have been shot at the very beginning of this movie, because nobody likes a motherfucker with a staring problem. It isn't until the next movie that this changes, because this dude becomes like an Avenger level threat, because we find out this dude has become supernatural thanks to the work of this demon, making him an unstoppable killing machine. Now this brings up several concerns, because not only do I have to worry about ending up as a foamy mess of blood, bone broth, and meat, but does the demon now have my soul to be damned and burned in everlasting hellfire for eternity? And in the movies, we see that the demon can use your body like a flesh puppet. So if possessed, will I have to pleasure myself with a barbed wire bat? Remember that scene in the third movie where she repeatedly inserts a shard of glass into herself while watching Art the Clown scalp this poor construction worker? These are all questions I plan on not knowing, thanks to this.
It's not through round, Ken. It's 15,000.
This doesn't have to be Chernobyl specifically, just anything that has to do with radiation. Now I know this isn't technically horror, but you can't be mad at me because I'm naming the video, I'd rather eat lead than live through these horror scenarios. Not, I'd rather eat lead than live through these horror movies, okay? And you especially can't be mad at me if you watched the HBO miniseries based on the real life events of the Chernobyl incident. Because I know that just like me, you also started standing across the room whenever you were using the microwave. Now let me ask you a question. How would you describe hell? Okay, think about it. Pause if needed. Just let it marinate in your head a little. Okay, you got it? Now let's compare answers. I would describe it probably like looking at the core of a reactor. Like, look at this scene. You look at it and tell me that's not hell. Look at this man's face. He's looked at it for like 2 seconds and he already looks like one of those greasy cheese pizzas in Costco that they just have baking under the light. That is the look of a man who knows he doesn't have much longer to live. And it's probably the same look you'd get if someone told you that you're going to hell. Fallout and Marvel has lied to me and you. Believe it or not, radiation doesn't give you superpowers. It just fucks you up, and it fucks you up good. Essentially, it turns your insides to a broth all while you're alive. And your body can't repair itself anymore because your genes, the blueprint to your cells, are also fucked up and they start to die. So slowly your organs begin to shut down. If you're lucky enough, you'll die within a week and be released into the sweet release of death. Yeah, that's right. That's if you're lucky. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. I find that to be very untrue, cause not to steal a Norm bit, but I find that what doesn't kill you makes you feel very, very weak and probably wishing for death. Do you see what I'm talking about? That's how I'm describing. Watching your body rot away all while you can't do anything about it, that's no way to live. What makes this shit especially stressful is that you don't know until it's too late. Radiation has no smell. It doesn't make a sound. You can't see it. Does have a taste though. It's metallic. But that doesn't matter if you live in the Midwest like me, cause you're probably just drinking from lead pipes like the rest of us. So there really is no way to tell. And this doesn't even take into account the environmental effects this has, because radiation basically lasts forever. And then you gotta take into account the surrounding area and the weather and all that. The whole thing is just a shit show. It's because of these reasons that I'm willing to recreate what happened to Kurt Cobain. This one should be a no-brainer. The first game follows you, the player, choosing whatever class you pick, delving deep into the dungeons of fear and hunger. Regardless of the class you pick, your goal remains the same, to reach this man. But how your goal differs is whether or not you save or kill him yourself. And with the same game following the Festival of Termina, held by the Trickster Moon God Rur, a 3-day event where 14 strangers are forced to participate in a battle royale, lest they face a fate worse than death. All I gotta say is, yeah, what the fuck? Miro, I love your game. The world you've created is crazy. The art in your games, I fuck with. The music fucked hard. I don't want to brag or anything, but I've played your game before it was cool. But damn, dude, does this game have a lot of sexual violence. You'd have Japanese hentai developers blush with the amount of sexual violence this game has. Let me show you what my first playthrough was like. Wow, it's dark in here. Oh, hey dude, are you friendly? One of the reasons why I have Art the Clown first on this list is because while doing research for the video, I found that in an interview, the director reveals that the one crime Art the Clown wouldn't commit is rhymes of grapes.
I was going to ask, like, is there something he could have proposed to you or something that could have been in the script that you would have been like, absolutely not?
With this game, it's the opposite. That's all I worry about. I gotta worry about shit like this and shit like this.
Did you pray today? Did you pray today?
Also, Art the Clown already exists in the game. His name is Needles, and he kills the best character in the game. Art the Clown and just existing in the Fear and Hunger universe, yeah, I ain't doing that. That's double trouble. And to be honest, I probably wouldn't even need all that just to get me at this point. One look at all this crazy, wacky shit, and I'd already be itching to pull the trigger. You got dudes in cat masks, rubbing one out in front of you, basically Pyramid Head. This guy, that fucking one goat that steals that one guy's wife. The mind boggles at such ideas, and for that there is only one cure. Unless, you know, Marina or Karen has something to say about that.
Oh shit. Hey, get the nunchucks for this nigga, bro. Ooh, get him.
Pennywise, the antagonist of It 1 and 2. Another killer clown that traumatized a generation of kids, me included, though it wasn't the 2017 version, but the 1990 version. And to be honest, can you really blame me? This version looks like he actually eats kids. And the other one, well, he looks like he's a different type of child predator. Some of his powers include shapeshifting, super speed, super strength, telekinesis, regeneration, dancing, and many, many more. With a list of powers like that, you'd think I'd be fucked, but with the ending of part 2, that goes out the window, because apparently all it takes to beat him is a little bit of this.
Hey! I'm not afraid anymore! I said I'm not afraid anymore! Do you hear me? I'm not afraid anymore!
And he shrivels up like a little bitch. And there's really 3 reasons why I'd win. Number 1, Pennywise has the ability to shapeshift into an individual's worst fear. Now, I only have 2 fears. The first one, like I said, being radiation, which I doubt he can do, and the other being talking to bitches. Number 2, times have changed. Nobody's afraid of clowns anymore. In fact, people's opinions on clowns are the exact opposite now.
I've got a bad case of clussy fever, and I want to make Whoopi with her cushions.
Internet's a crazy place now. Number 3, apparently if you just believe that something will kill him, it will kill him. So all I gotta do is think to myself, these back shots of doom will destroy you. These back shots of doom will destroy you. These back shots of doom will destroy you. And I'll do exactly that. And now you're probably thinking to yourself, hey, this is a video about horror scenarios you wouldn't want to live through. Why would I have Pennywise, a character I would know undoubtedly beat as a number 1 spot? Well, this isn't about Pennywise. Did you really think I'd have another killer clown on this list? No, that would be uninspired. This is about the pack Stephen King was smoking when he was writing the books. For those who don't know, there's a specific scene in the books where the entire loser club do this. I obviously can't describe it, but they do this. All of them. In the sewers, and they're all underage. Do you understand why I have this as my number 1 spot on my list? This is the worst horror scenario you could be in. I'm like Danny DeVito's character in Always Sunny in Philadelphia in that one episode with the pageant.
Do not diddle kids, it's no good diddling kids.
There is no quicker way for people to think that you are diddling kids than by writing a song about it.
And my research shows that YouTubers are more likely to be predators than the average person. That's me. I do YouTube. I ain't about that. The only CP I fuck with is Cyberpunk 2077. You know what I'm saying? Somebody dab me up. I'd rather be split in half, irradiated, wander the dungeons of fear and hunger, then the streets of pre-evil, and then when it's all over, eat lead, then be in this mess. Like, I don't think you understand just how appetizing this bullet looks. This looks like the A5 Wagyu of bullets to me right now. This is looking like a 5-course meal rated 3 stars by Michelin, the highest award a restaurant can receive. 3 stars meaning that the restaurant has exceptional cuisine that is worth traveling across the world for, by a company that mainly makes tires. For some reason, we decided to be the spokesperson for the culinary world. Anyways, I'd give this scenario a rating on survivability, but I don't think mathematicians have discovered a number negative enough to describe how fucked I would be. So that's all I wanted to say. Come next time when I talk about horror scenarios I'd love to be in. Number 1, being Makima's dog.